Today in the Music Day program, we're not only trying to do something in these genres, but in different ones as well. There are funky pieces, there's jazz, a little bit of rock, and some references to Nirvana. Where? Because my voice is hoarse, like on a pirate ship, every day something new. It is something like organized chaos. Hi, we're the group Junket, so we hope you will spend this time with us. We're the Junket group. Junket is an improvisational trio, a symbiosis of electronic sound and live instruments. These are trance-meditative moods, discontinuous dance rhythms, deep bass sounds, and many melodic improvisations of the genres breakbeat, funk, minimal house, and drum and bass. Saxophone, flute, and vocals, processed with effects, give the music depth and sensation. The specificity of the group is that the musicians create everything online, and in fact, it is an improvisational version of Fresh. We create different music. It's not always possible to dance to it. More often you can meditate to us. At least it seems that way to me. As my friend said, it is something like vibe music. In terms of music, this is something that we like to call improvisational fresh. And I don't see any analogs where electronic music is made completely improvised like this, and there are certain specific beats included. I think that the biggest plus in this project is a lot of improvisational music. We don't have such a repertoire that we play the same tracks during every concert, and there's no such thing that our music will rub your ears. You know, for example, you do routine work. The same thing goes when you don't have a deviation to the left or the right, and you start to get bored when you are repeating the same sounds over and over again, and every time it is some kind of a new story. In any case, there is always a happy ending. There are skeletons of certain tracks that are recognizable. But if to listen to them live and their recordings, they're completely different. There are some tracks from remnants, but the melodies are different. They have different structures and different parts. Moreover, they're recognized in some parts. The beginnings are the same, and it is quite obvious that this is an introduction. And there is some minimal development. And then it goes according to God's will. Once I was asked to find a saxophonist for the art exhibition. Kolya immediately came to my mind, and I suggested to him that he accept this offer. I offered him to put together a couple of sound beats for my program on a tablet. Having never tried this even once, it was only an idea that I have a program and you have a saxophone. We played for 5 minutes. A woman came to Kolya and gave him her business card and ordered us to perform the next day in that very same gallery, but during a different exhibition. We came again, not realizing what we would play that evening and how it would turn out.
Мы такие пришли, опять тоже не понимаем, что мы будем играть, как это будет.
A couple of people came to us again during the second exhibition and invited us to play in another venue. And then one link after another it went, and we understood that the people did not turn away from us. I joined the guys somewhere at your third concert, right? It was my birthday, we jammed together, and Dimon showed up at the party with his bells and whistles. We jammed and Dimon sang. At first I thought that there were some kind of samples, but then I realized that it was a lively voice and immediately suggested that Dimon come and play with us on the stage. I create texts from the hip. That is, this is nothing more than an improvisation. What I feel, I transmit. In my opinion, this is honest. The sound is completely different from other projects. I have a group named Point. We play heavy progressive rock. It is simply unrealizable there, and I spend all of my life with headphones. I listen to completely different music, ranging from the music of Radiohead to opera. His voice was truly in a different genre. It flowed smoothly and turned out sounding very well. Electronics of the 1990s is the old school. It is not trendy or mainstream today. In short, this is the music that was originally invented in Great Britain and was played for many years. It was popular: breakbeat, big beat, drum and bass. These were all nothing other than derived styles. So we're not only trying to do something in these styles, rather in a wide range of different styles. There are funky pieces, there is jazz, a bit of rock and some references to Nirvana. Why are there references to Nirvana? Because my voice is hoarse. This is something quite easy so that people can simply chill out. It's sunset and evening. In the morning, music sounds completely different. It is great also in the morning, the beach, the sea and the sun. Improvisation or simply rehearsal? Improvisation. Funk or drum and bass? Drum and bass. Many people think that I'm Mykola Mykolaievich from Mykolaiv.
Добряк.
Were you afraid of horror stories in your childhood? Of course. Did you write on the walls in the entrances? Probably yes, but it was a long time ago. You refused from...
Я отказался.
Coffee. From office. The best music album to your taste.
Это альбом Radiohead.
Second album of Radiohead.
Альбом Radiohead.
What was the name of physical education teacher at school? Anatoly Stepanovich. When do you get bored? When I'm doing the same work. What Ukrainian bands do you like? Великан. Я и друг мой грузовик. Luke, first album of Pyatnitsa. Like every musician, something stops in my subconscious. You just give out something new. This is basically how music is composed and put together. So tell me, how does it work for you? There is a process. This is how it goes. The rhythm section is glued and added. Then when the track is more or less formed, for example, I send it to the guys. Kolya, for example, cannot attend a rehearsal. It is more important for him to turn on the track, because he is a soloist. Bring the saxophone to Kolya. Bring Kolya to the saxophone. The saxophone is already waiting for Kolya. Bring Kolya to the saxophone. I noticed that no matter how we tried to discuss what and how we would do it, all the same, it never turns out the way we want in a concert. We simply improvise or shoot from the hip, like a pirate ship, every day something new. This is the organized chaos we work in. I understand that this moment cannot be rehearsed. Here, some collective unconsciousness is included. Then you watch the video and think, oh my god. By the way, thanks to live video recordings of concerts, we can see what we play. Thanks to these videos, we can then collect this track and we'll always try to play a particular song once again. We decided to write music and put it out in a new album. Despite the fact that one recently appeared, we decided to record the next one immediately after the release of the first one.
Альбом, но вот решили сразу же засесть за второй, будет эпишка.
There will be a new approach, with the new techniques and a new direction.
С новыми техниками звукорежиссерскими.
С новым техно.
We're the Junket group. Thank you for spending this day with us.